Welcome in to game number 2 of the Platinum Ace match between the Killer Pikachus and Team Kessel. Spawning in the lower right-hand corner of ESVO Hana in the purple color, playing for Team Kessel. He's down one game in the series. Can he bring it to a game 3? It's LV.Matterhorn. Spawning across from him in the orange color, playing Protoss for the Killer Pikachus, is MachinatioN. MachinatioN leads 1-0 in the series. If he wins, If he wins, the Pikachus take point for the week and improve to 7-3 on the season. If LV.Matterhorn wins, he goes to game number 3 in this ace match. We appear to have another observer replay. Sorry about this. Hopefully these guys stay a little bit quiet. It looks like all of the observers are for Team Kessel. If you're wondering about the bias of this. MachinatioN going to head into the main and spot nothing going on too much. And we'll see where this game goes from here. As you saw in the chat, MachinatioN played a very nice game in game number 1. Went for a Blink Warp Prism all-in after some nice 4-gate aggression. I don't know where my game sounds went. This is very strange. There we go. I guess there's just no music right now. Anyway, MachinatioN not going as greedy as he did last game. He's going Surge first. We saw him go Nexus first in the last game. Maybe a little bit more wary about some cheese in game number 2. And he's actually going to be able to get that pylon block down on the natural. And yeah, this is a good start for MachinatioN. Able to get the tech building he wants and then block his opponent's base. Always a good start to the game. And he's actually going to cancel the pylon. Okay. So we'll probably see Matterhorn throw down his natural now. Yeah. A couple of lings on the way, which have been forced out, of course, by that pylon. So I guess that's nice done. Probably not exactly what he wanted to be spending his money on at the start of the game. And we see MachinatioN starting his wall in. Gateway to finish it off right here, and then he'll have a little bit of a choke. And yeah, again, MachinatioN did very standard 4-gate aggression last game. He started with nice zealot harassment. He nearly picked off the third base, in fact, and a lot of minutes out of it. But then Matterhorn got a little bit complacent and didn't attack. Or he started attacking, a little bit too much. He threw down a Spire, he threw down Infestation Pit. He started preparing for a late game. MachinatioN went for a 7-gate Warp Prism Blink all-in. And it was really brutal on Shakuris, the way they were able to force field off the main. It was a really nicely executed build by MachinatioN. We'll see what he has in store for game number 2. Again, Matterhorn starting to stock up some minerals, and there's the third base very quickly. A little bit slower than last game, but everything looking very, very standard for Ohana. The drone is actually set to follow the queen, so it's going to move as slowly as the queen. Right now, there it goes. Realizing it can get a little bit of a speed boost there. Kind of funny to watch. This queen is going to lay down a creep to him and then begin the big journey over the third base. It'll be approximately an hour there. Very quick +1 again. Very quick +1 again from MachinatioN. The Cybernetics core just finished up as well, and we'll start to see what tech MachinatioN wants to go for. Robo, of course, very good on this map just because it's very linear. So Immortal Sentry is actually probably the best build on this map, and we'll see if he goes for that. Again, the third base is pretty easy to take for MachinatioN, so we can't rule out 3-base play, of course, but 2-base all-in's just kind of bread and butter, especially if you watch AMC, and there's actually the robotics facility. So there will at least be an Immortal, maybe some Colossus. Matterhorn has turned down his Rotorn, throwing down the Deacon Chamber, everything timing up very nicely. Getting double gasp in his main. That was a little bit late, about 7 minutes. So he's going to have a later layer as he loads like 90 drones into each of his geysers. Okay, so he's got 5 in his right Vespine geyser. Okay, we're evening things out. There we go. Yeah, see a little bit of banter in the chat. Just try to ignore it, I guess. But this isn't going to be that Street Immortal all-in. We've actually already seen once in this set. He's getting that observer first, just to make sure he can even see Touche and Bucket Punch are doing with me. Matterhorn still powering up drones. He started his layer now, and we'll still have to the two. Middle are pretty good on this map, I'd say, overall. And I'm not entirely sure about Matterhorn's style, but we'll see. Machination looks like he's going to go for 7 gate roll. Yeah. 7 gate roll. This looks like Immortal Sentry, but he got that observer first, which is just going to delay the push a little bit more than I think you want to. He's getting that +1 armor. Yeah, this looks like the Immortal push, but with the key difference that he has an observer available to him. Of course, it delays the push by build time of this observer. So yeah, I guess it's just his own little variation on this. See if it was out worse for him. We saw it, I believe it was Silver Game, the second Silver Game. Wow, holy crap. A lot of chat going up. Yeah, how's Matterhorn preparing? He does have his roach tank. He can start making those. He's putting down his macro hatch. I kept thinking proxy hatch. No, it's not proxy. It's in his main. 11 roaches on the way. Let's see what kind of scouting information he actually has. Not too much, just what this Overlord's able to tell him. But seeing that 3rd and 4th gas geysers, pretty key in telling him that it's not really an expansion build, especially since he's got a Ling over here. He throws down his infestation pit. If you can get infestors out to help deal with this fish, you can just fumble the sentries to death, and that's ball game. But I mean, he's moving across the map with just these handful of sentries, trying to hide the immortals, just to kind of disguise exactly what this build is. He's going with 1 less immortal than a lot of people do. You'll tend to see 3 immortals with this push, and maybe 1 or 2 less sentries. Actually, oh, we can warp in. Let's just do it here. And Roach is now trying to spread out here for Matterhorn. He's going to take a... No, he's not going to take the watchtower. He's going to immediately run away, seeing everything. The observer actually is going to help him clean up creep, and this is going to be rough. There's 3 spine crawlers here, but he could attack into that. We'll see where Machination wants to go. He can kind of push up this ramp using this force. That's exactly where he's going to go. He's going for the natural. He's going for the main. Guardian Shield coming up the ramp, and Matterhorn is actually going to give it to him. And look at this. He's getting himself into a little corner. This is not going to be pretty. Those force fields are very good from Machination. We see he's actually going to warp in a couple of stalkers up here on the high ground, which I actually really like. Roach is now spilling in here. He's already lost so many drones. He still has way too many force fields. A couple of roaches and lings coming in for the back more force field. Very nicely done. And Machination doing such a good job. It looks like we're going to see this build win twice during the set. More and more stalkers being warped in. We see the Zerg supply drop on none other. This hatchery is going to fall before anything really happens here. Actually, he needs just a couple of stray shots. Not even bothering really to force field any more of this off. The stalker's up on top of the cliff, really doing a good job. And now starting to kind of reorganize his army. The natural goes down for Matterhorn. 102 supply to 67. 25 workers killed. And this is just a really tough push to kill, especially if you don't scout. Machination moving in to the main base, starting to take down the proxy hatchery. There's the proxy hatchery. Oh, goodness. Alright, well, we'll try to do better the next time. Machination defeats Matterhorn 2-0 in the Platinum Ace match. Really quite surprising. I think it was on for, yeah, like 6 minutes before whoever's actually watching the replay leaves. But Machination defeats LV Matterhorn 2-0 in the Ace match. Killer Pikachu's win the set 4-3, and they'll advance to 7-3 on the season. They have a shot at a bye in the playoffs. Really nicely done. Kessel now kind of on the verge. They're going to fall down to 6-5, I believe, and that puts them right on the cusp of a playoff berth. They should be safe as they play Anarchy next week, and we'll get. Do they play Payback? They play Anarchy. So they'll get a free bye, free win next week. So they should be safe into the playoffs. But their seeding is really up for grabs. They can finish anywhere from 4th to 6th. So we'll keep a close eye on that. So yeah, let's actually recap this. First, let's show Killer Pikachu's Machination able to take the 2-0 victory in the ace match for the Killer Pikachus. And here's the match recap. Regnerol getting off to a good start for Kessel. Really nice 2 Colossus push. McBainer he scouted it, didn't react very well to it, unfortunately, and Regnerol just kind of overran him. Mellow Hype defeated Josh. That was our first Immortal Sentry game. Mellow Hype executing that build very, very well. Void with a forfeit win over Ricky to get the Killer Pikachus on the board. Then Z-Freak beating Touche. That's by far my favorite game of this set. You should go back and watch that. I feel like I did a really good cast for that, so please do go watch that. Z-Freak versus Touche. A lot of fun. Z-Freak taking that game 1-0. Then MHS Valencia defeating Robin 1-0. Robin looked like he was reacting pretty well. He kept killing army after army, but Valencia eventually overrunning him with just this kind of weird unit combination. Eventually kind of Thor Banshee with a siege tank, a handful of Hellions, and a handful of Marines. Kind of weird, but Valencia able to take the win there. And then Falcon Punch defeating Shredix to send it to the ace match. That game was a proxy 2 racks, just went unscouted. Nothing too much to say about that game. And then Machination defeating LV.Matterhorn with 2 well-timed, well-thought-out 2-base all-ins, and really showing his stuff and giving Killer Pikachus 5 points for the week. So a 5-3 map win and a 4-3 win on the week. So our next cast. Next cast will be either tomorrow or Sunday. It depends on when I can find a little bit of free time. But it's going to be Team Evolution versus Team Galaxy from week number 10. That should be a pretty great game. And if I actually look, this is the standings coming into this week. Galaxy, you see right there in the 8th spot, they need a win to stay alive for the playoffs. And Team Evolution, they're right at the top. With a win, they would basically secure a bye and the first seed. Again, Payback has dropped out of the competition. So has Team Anarchy. So we're down to 10 teams, unfortunately. We're sad to see them go. A lot of the Anarchy players being incorporated into Team Unrivaled. So it's good that they found a nice home there. But a little bit of league politics we won't get into. So anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Week 10, Killer Pikachus versus Team Kessel. Please go back and watch the VODs. I'll post them at youtube.com/meristematic.sc. Please send me any feedback you have, meristematic.sc@gmail.com. And please follow me on Twitch. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the cast. And I hope to see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.